Well, welcome back everybody, and today we are here for episode 4 in our office in Milton, and I'm here with John Monaghan from Eco Lateral and James McElhenney, who's one of my business partners here at Solaire Properties. As part of a passive house, obviously not only is the build process a massive thing, but behind the scenes to develop it from the original concept through to completion, there's a huge amount of detail that has to be assessed in the passive house planning package. John Monaghan's here to give us a little bit of a breakdown so you have a better understanding of what that means. You want to tell us, John?
Thanks, Harley. Yeah, so when you plan a passive house, there's 2 areas that are to be concentrated. Obviously on the design, but secondly on making sure that when you get to the end of the journey that the building performs to the level it does. The passive house package under passive house requires us to enter significant amounts of detail right down to how far the glass is from the frame at the edges, overhangs, all the stuff that we would normally use, but into particular detail. What that does is gives you a significant amount of confidence that when the occupants take over the house and live in it, that they live in it effectively how it's intended to be. And that's generally within 23, 24 degrees. Irrespective of what it is outside, that temperature will hold its weight. And that is really a combination of a number of things. The window and the quality of windows, the walls, the insulation in the walls, the air tightness in the building, anywhere that heat can get in through thermal bridges, through which you'll have come across already, through window frames, and how you're going to introduce air into a house. More importantly is we're able to bring in very clean air. So we're bringing in it through an F7 filter, which really polishes the air right down to taking pollen, etc. So people with allergies and health problems really benefit from it. We keep this PHPP running through the whole thing. It's a planning package and that's what we use it for. Variations that might happen on site have to be put into it, and we must maintain hitting particular benchmarks. If we don't hit those benchmarks, we don't get certified, and certification is at the end of really our reassurance and our quality assurance value of making sure that we deliver what we promised we would deliver.
Well, thanks for that, John. Can you tell us a little bit more around the level of scrutiny and detail that's required for the actual certification for passive house?
Okay, so with close to 100,000 buildings from sheds to skyscrapers certified around the world, which is a small amount when you consider how many buildings go up, but it's a big amount when you consider everybody has gone for that certification. The beauty of it is that the certification is third party, it's independent, it's done out of Germany, and it travels internationally. So the challenge we have really in Queensland is that we're in a subtropical climate and we have a love affair with large openings in glass and windows. So that was our challenge in looking at this house. Getting this house across the line and certified will be exemplary from the point of view it opens up a whole new market in a subtropical environment. So PHPP is the Bible. It's what we have to make sure it ticks off. And then we rely on you guys to build it to that, and we watch as you're building it to make sure you build it to that. So it really is unique in its.
There's certainly not much room to try and you can't fool it. And we've also just recently been contacted by some of the largest developers in the country after winning the Urban Developer Award recently around what we're doing with the passive house. So thanks for bringing that to us. And so James, is our project manager here, was also one of the directors, and coming from a commercial building background and residential building background, particularly commercial, what have you seen, Jimmy, that is so far outside of the box when it comes to, or what's, you want to give us a bit of your take on things?
Yeah, definitely. I think a big one was looking at the wall systems initially, our insulation levels with John, what was actually going to work for our climate up here versus cool requirements. But probably the biggest one was definitely our window systems, achieving a satisfactory level of window ratings in terms of UVs in the glass and frames, SHGC, all that sort of stuff. A hard bit was trying to find an airtight triple glazed unit, which we ended up having to use a triple glazed system for this client. Was tough, but we did finally find a system based out of aluminium out of Germany, and brought that down through Melbourne through MSF Thermal. Guido and the guys down there, and they're fabricating the frames and the glass, which are all thermally broken aluminium, and again triple glazed glass everywhere, and then shipping that up to Brisbane and installing that for us. And some panels are 220 kilos.
There's no doubt.
So
I think it's important just to note that the triple glazing requirement here in Queensland is unique in this house because of the size of the glass. So once you have a big glass areas, parts of the windows have to act as walls. That's where the triple glazing really comes in.
Absolutely, and that probably was a bit of a side effect of taking a Joe Adset designed house, which is what everyone loves in Queensland, and still being able to open it right up and see the city views and turn that design into a passive house rather than doing the opposite way. So that
definitely
was
what the investment.
definitely a challenge that we took on the bat, so just paid off.
And to give you an idea of the detail that this plan goes into, we actually even calculate the angle of the sun and the shading that you get on a window through seasonal variation just in the reveal from where the glass is to the outside of the house. So quite a large amount of detail. Keep on following us through this journey. This is just a bit more of a synopsis, and we'll break away through the PHPP and some of those learnings as we continue to build, which is now several months off being completed. So great job, guys. Keep it up. We're almost in the final stages, and we've managed to achieve at this stage better than we expected in some ways. Although the journey's still long ahead of us. So keep following the journey. Thanks, gentlemen.
No problem.
That's right.
Keep it up.
Thank you.